Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. Hello, my favorite gamer words. So today's early Friday stream, the last stream I'll ever do for 10 days. Um, for 10 days. That's all, not too bad. Um, but in the grand scheme of things, especially when it comes to the internet, um, it's pretty long. It's pretty long. So, it's gonna feel like forever. Especially since we're starting out the weekend with 5,000 Marines being sent to Iran. I kid you not, chat. I kid you not. Literally, I wake up right before stream, and then we get the news that Pentagon is moving additional Marines, warships in the Middle East. Uh, the Pentagon is moving additional Marines and warships to the Middle East as Iran steps up its attacks on the Strait of Hormuz, according to the U.S. officials. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth have approved a request from the U.S. Central Command, responsible for American forces in the Middle East, for the element of an amphibious ready group, an attached Marine Expeditionary Unit, typically consisting of several warships and 5,000 Marines and sailors, the official said. So anyway, no floor play today. Where we're just going in raw and dry. Just imagine there's a bunch of sand and in there too. Has it creates extra friction that way, and then you could use the blood as lube. That's what we're doing today. Chat, welcome in everybody. Hope you have a great weekend while I'm gone. No, seriously, like I've been worried the whole entire time. I have been worried that while I'm gone, like the whole world's going to explode. Just because. Just because. So, like with everything going on, like with Iran and just politics in general, right? So much can happen in one day alone, right? Like we kidnapped the president within like 2 hours back in January, right? Like so much can happen in so little time. And I'm gonna basically be dark the entire like I'm not gonna be on the internet at all. It's fucking vacation time, baby, right? Like I'm gonna my dad is getting married, for fuck's sakes. Like I'm not gonna be like paying attention to what's happening. But as I'm leaving, we're deploying 5,000 Marines. I fucking called it, chat. I fucking called it. I fucking called it. Like seriously, like okay. So I asked on Twitter right before stream started, like, does this count as boots on the ground? And it's kind of like a genuine question because I was seeing some people being like, well, this is just actually this is just the standard military unit that goes out when it comes to these special operations like this, things like that. I'm like, that's 5,000 men. Not all of them are obviously going to die, but all of them are risking their life for this war. And I've said many times since this thing started 2 weeks ago that boots on the ground is like the thing that's gonna like set me off completely. Because I have been like I'm all for bombing Iran, cause I don't give a shit about Islam or anything like that or the people there. Like sure, go ahead, blast in the smithereens, right? But it's when we actually put the boots on the ground that I'm like, okay, well, so, Forever War, okay, so this was be like a special military operation, and it constantly calls it a war, and we don't really fully know like what we're going in there exactly for, other than, our greatest ally needs our help, even though our greatest ally just is the one that dragged us into this place in the first place by striking first and all that fun stuff. But it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine, right? It's like so. This sounds like boots on the ground to me, frankly. Overall, um. So it's great. It's great, chat. It's great. Well, welcome in everybody. And the thing is too. Okay, you know what? Actually, hold on. Before I transition, right? Before I break my egg. Or sorry, crack my egg. Sorry. There. But the boots are meant to be in the ground. Why are people against it? Because for a multitude of reasons. One, The moral reason is the fact that these are white men, white American men, sacrificing their life, there, which I get that's what they signed up to do. But if there's a justifiable cause, then it's worth it. However, I don't fully think this is justifiable. Like, I'm all for bombing Iran, like I said, but at the same time, we have had so many conflicts in the Middle East, throughout the decades now, that it's just not worth it. Like, it's okay, so we're just, the Middle East is a complete shit show. I get the whole weakening China argument. It seems to be a valid argument in my eyes. But it's not the argument that we're using at all. But I can understand why the government doesn't want to completely expose their interests when it comes to attacking China, because that could, like, set them off. But it's still just like, okay, we have a million reasons why we're doing this. None of them are actually good reasons that the government has given us. And this is unprovoked. They claim that they even proposed to strike us, but nothing really fucking happened. We don't know that alternate reality. This doesn't, nothing's really adding up here. But the one thing is consistent is they're constantly talking about how we had to do this for Israel, like between Rubio and Trump. But they have multiple times come out and said that it's for fucking Israel, and it's just like, okay then. That alone is enough to set me off right there. And then the second thing is, and this is where the biggest concern comes from a lot of people, including me, is based off our experiences in the Middle East. These turn into forever wars, where the men just are occupying and just never fucking leave. I constantly get slaughtered and have to deal with these different attacks and different things like that. Just because. Just because. Just because. That's it. And so once the men are sent there, they're pretty much like never asked to leave. Like ever, right? Every time they think they're gonna be sent back home, it's like that there's another mission you have to go on. Sorry, good luck out there. You know, here's all your horrible conditions and lack of equipment there. Like I saw oh fuck, what's it called? I'm blanking on it. Not Band of Brothers. The other military show that everyone likes. I'm blanking on it. Fuck. I saw how things fucking work there. Okay. It's not Generation Kill. Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat, for being in my memory. Lord knows I need it. Listen, I saw how that went down, okay? I know it's Trump, and so some people are like, yeah, I'll support this just because Trump's doing it. I'm sorry, I don't have that blind loyalty there, right? Like, he's better than Bush, and all that fun stuff, but there seems to be a lot of huge common denominators there, and I just, it's not worth it, chat. It's just not fucking worth it, okay? So anyway, welcome in, chat. The thing is too, okay, I need to get through the super chats. Never mind, I'll hold my tongue again. Thank you, Von Felsenbrat, for the $25 dues. Thank you. Hey, Amal, you're up early, but you know what's never early for? Pony game fun, please. No. Fine. Write it fucking down. Yes, Friday streams are always early. I usually have stuff in the happening. Speaking of which, actually, you know, I'll use the tradition. This is like the third time I've tried to talk about it. Today's stream will be short. Actually, I know this is my send-off stream before I go on vacation in 10 days. But today's stream will be short. We'll be ending like at 4:30, 4:45, like at the very latest. And I mean, we have to end it. I will raid you guys in the artist channel, because we will be playing episode 2 of the Vampire the Masquerade campaign, where we are Nazi vampires. In my case, I'm a Malkavian that thinks she's actually a real cat girl. And yes, I'm still a Nazi vampire. So that is today. This is the most recent session here, and I'm very excited for that. Very excited about it. but that's why today's stream will be on the shorter side. My apologies in advance. But while I'm gone, I will release videos for you, for your pleasure, for your pleasure. So enjoy. Um. Oh, and thank you, Wordforge, for the 5 gifted subby puppies on cover and kick. Thank you, my dude. You were very nice and generous. Very nice and generous. Nice to give the subby puppies to them. There we go. Thank you, Autofire, for celebrating your subby puppy though for 3 months. Destroy the Iranian regime until they're no longer Islamic. Yeah. I would be okay with that. Like once again, for the record, in case nobody's aware of my stance on this, I hate the Middle East across the board. Okay, like the Muslims and the tiny hats. I hate both of them. If the whole entire thing can turn into glass or a parking lot, that'd be fine with me. I don't give a shit. But you know, that's me. That's me. Thank you, Zolaris on Doppelganger, for the 500 warp tokens. Thank you. I want it. Okay, listen, we're just starting stream. I gotta be careful on the spiciness here. But I want Israel. Yeah, all ties cut. I want the central bank's wealth seized and them destroyed. Yeah, I would agree with all of that. Frankly, I just don't want any involvement with them. Like any involvement. Our life would be so much better, but no, we have to do everything for them instead. Thank you, Zinky Handler, for celebrating your subby puppy for 10 months in a row. Thank you. And Yukon Hunter for 10 months. It could be worse of all. We could be finding the Chinese. Oh wait, that is in Canada. Help! I'm sorry for your lost Canadians. It's fine. Oh, and thank you, Wardforge, for the 100 warp tokens. Thank you. And thank you, Teleroth A, for this the 2 months over on YouTube because you strong a soldier. Oh no! I fell for the clickbait. Enjoy the holiday. Well, thank you. I greatly appreciated. Chat. But yeah, it's a slight clickbait title, but it's fine. Everything's fine and dandy. Thank you, Guardian of the Rune, for celebrating your subby puppy. Oh, I birthed you! Congratulations, Guardian of the Rune, you have been born! And I have a baby right before I leave on vacation. Oh my god, the flight's gonna be such a pain. Allah is great than Moloch. The IRGC are the only ones that can help deal with the tiny hats. Hope them all enjoys their trip. Thank you. I don't know what the IRGC is, I'll be completely honest. Sorry, acronyms are not my specialty. IRG. Oh! Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. Well, we'll see how that goes down, actually. Because, like, despite all my whining and complaining and not wanting this to be a forever war, I know Iran will lose. Just the time period. There's gonna be changing there. I can't stay for long. I have an anime class later. I wish everyone a great stream and good vacation to them all. Well, thank you, Salt. And nice to see you around again. Good luck on your studies. There. You're my token Brazilian after all. I thank you, Von Feltzebrat, for celebrating yours 2 months over on YouTube because Strongest Soldier. Guess what this one is going towards? That's right, also the pony game. Oh shit. I had to figure out the math if you're gonna be using your subs. Oh, there. I mean, what? It's like $5, right? So yeah, sure. I'll toss it that way. Okay. There we go. There we go here. Writing that down. Beautiful. The IRGC's Iranian regime, Void. I'm sorry, I don't know acronyms, okay? I am a dumb woman. Like, unless the acronyms have been, like, specifically, like, I don't know, like, the US, for example, right? United States, simplistic, I'm American, like, you know, I grew up with these. It's just how it works, okay? Just how it works. Pentagon's moving to a mall to the Middle East as a secret weapon. Oh shit, chat. Is this like I know I know I'm a sleeper cell myself, right? Like uh I'm a bit of a honeypot. But is this how it's ousted that I'm not actually going on vacation? I mean, I'm being sent to the Middle East. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, well, I wasn't expecting it to be like this. But I guess the cat's out of the bag, right? Like, you know those, the woman Mossad agents that they send over specifically with the big tits? To seduce men? Like... because they talked about this before, where they actually they use women to subvert other countries to seduce and extract information, which pretty much every country does this, right? Like it's really not that surprising. There was what Fang, the Chinese one with the Democrat years ago, like that kind of situation. Oh, but Israel like actually came out and said that they specifically do this kind of stuff. Jet. Sorry. I'm sorry, the honeypot's over. You had your fun with your amalgamation retard station right here. Talking about all sorts of things like bird sounding, racism, and how much she hates women. It's over, chat. This is why it's actually the last stream. Oh, thank you, Nerdy Texan Accountant, for the $4.99. All money to the pony game. God fuck. On one hand, it's nice having some of you guys that watch Arch come over and also watch me, especially since I recognize a lot of your names from the times that I used to watch Arch personally. On the other hand, I hate all of you because you have one brain cell and you get it from Arch. And in this case, it's the fucking pony game. You know, it's only from the Arch people. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. He's off to spread the retardation to the Middle East. Yes, inshallah, brothers. Inshallah. She's on to your next honeypot scheme, a Hassan Orbiter. Oh, please die. Like, that, it's just no. Just, please just stop existing, okay? Like, just take a long walk out of a short pier. I don't care what you do. Hasta la vista. Oh. Oh, and thank you, a Polygon, for Subby Bubby. Oh, you're Subby Bubby. Thank you for becoming a Subby Bubby over on Kick. Thank you. Fuck Pony Game. I want uncensored reading of Milking Farm. Well, you definitely got that. Oh yeah, there's supposed to be the next book, and I still have yet to buy that book, and Arch has not told us when we're doing the third book of the series. I know it's been funded for a while. I probably shouldn't have said anything, especially since, well, yeah, I don't want people reminding him. Well, shit. Shit. Oh, well, we'll probably do that after we get back, in this case. God damn it, here. The woman should tread carefully in chastising others for their few brain cells. I'm sorry. I only have one. Oh, that makes me super hypocritical though. It takes one to know one, right? It takes one to know one. I especially approve of them all being exposed as a mud pony. You know what? Enough of the yapping about being a mud pony and all that fun stuff. We have a react slop to get to because that's how I'm supposed to be making the videos to be released while I'm gone. So This is apparently a very classic React slop video that VTubers do. And I was told that the smart ones could actually pay attention and catch up with the video. I'm not smart, so I'm a little bit nervous. Like how, because I know I only have one brain cell, right? But like, I don't want to be exposed to as like not even having that. Okay, like at least one, okay, at least one. Oh fuck! So let's get this party started with the classic React slop there. And then because there's another video I want to do much shorter, much shorter, and I want to be able to squeeze both of them in before the campaign. If I can't do that, I'm gonna be a little bit upset. But then again, I'm the yapper, so I do it to myself. There. Okay. Okay, ready? Steady. Go!
Hi, you're on a rock, floating in space. Pretty cool, huh? Some of it's water. Fuck it. Actually, most of it's water. I can't even get from here to there without buying a boat. It's sad. I'm sad. I miss you. How did this happen? A long time ago, actually never, and also now, nothing is nowhere. When? Never. Makes sense, right? Like I said, it didn't happen. Nothing was never anywhere. That's why it's been everywhere. It's been so everywhere you don't need a where. You don't even need a when. That's how every it gets.
This is the most millennial coded meme video I've ever seen. And I saw something in chat being like, this is like bottom the barrel slop. I can understand that now. I'll be completely honest. Okay, well we got 19 more minutes to go.
Forget this. I want to be something, go somewhere, do something. I want things to change. I want to invent time and space. And I know it's possible because everything is here and it probably already happened. I just don't know when to start. And that's exactly where it started. Oh, I paused it. I think there's a universe now. What's it made of? Quarks and stuff. Ah, that's a thing. In a place. Don't like it? Try a new place. At a different time.
No, fun fact chat. See, I know some things sometimes. I remember learning this in 6th grade. Because everyone thinks the atom is the smallest molecule that exists. But no, a quark is actually even smaller than an atom. I don't know how, because I'm not that smart, but it is.
Try to stick together because the world is going to get bigger and emptier. But it's not empty yet. It's still very full and about 1 jillion degrees. Great news, the quarks are now happily married in groups of 3, called a proton or a neutron. And there's something else flying around too that wants to join in but can't because it's still too... Great news, the protons and neutrons are now happily married to each other. Some of them even doubled up. Great news, the electrons have now joined in. Congratulations, the world is now a bunch of gas in space. But it's getting closer together. And it's getting closer together. And it's getting closer together. It's a star. New shit just got made. Some stars burn out and die. Bigger stars burn out and die with passion and make some brand new, way crazier shit. Space dust. Which allows newer, more interesting stars to be made and then die and explode into even crazier space dust. So now stars have cool stuff around them, like rocks, ice, and funny clouds, which can make some very interesting things. Like this ball of flaming rocks, for example. Holy shit, we just got hit with another ball of flaming rocks. And it kind of made a mess, which is now the moon. Weather update, it's raining rocks from outer space.
Okay, I'm dying of cringe. I'm straight up just dying of cringe at this. I'll be completely honest. Like, I guess it's a nice, fun way to teach people about how things came to be, but it's not informational, like, enough. I feel like to be really worthwhile. It's just like I mean, it's like a meme video, obviously. How is this video so popular? Why does everyone react to it?
Weather update, those rocks might have had water inside them and now there's hot steam in the sky. Weather update, cooler temperatures today and the floor is no longer lava. Weather update, it's raining. Severe flooding alert, the entire world is now an ocean. Okay, Volcano alert. That's land. There's life in the ocean. What? Something's alive in the ocean. Oh, cool, like a plant or an animal? No, a microscopic speck. It lives at the bottom of the ocean and eats chemical soup,
It's a
which is being
tampon.
served hot and fresh, made from gnarly space ingredients left over from when it was raining rocks or whatever. Oh yeah, and it can do that. It has secret instructions written inside itself telling it how to build another one of itself. So that's pretty nifty, I would say. Tired of living at the bottom of the ocean? Now you can eat sunlight.
Oh yeah, fun fact about the whole mitosis process that those amoebas or whatever the fuck they were going through, right? That's asexual reproduction. I made a post on Twitter the other day talking about how asexuality doesn't fucking exist. It's just a hormonal problem or trauma or some other like physical shit going down there. Like you have something wrong with you if you're asexual. I don't mean that in like a derogatory like mean sense. I mean please go see a doctor or a homeopathic medicine. Something along those lines, right? Because I personally don't like doctors. But like there's something wrong with you if you have such a low libido. Plus there's also the fact that nobody knows how to define asexuality, right? It's always just like, oh, I have a low libido or a little to no libido. Okay, there's something wrong with you. Please still see a doctor, right? Oh, I need to have attraction to have sex with somebody. Okay, that's just being normal. Um, oh, I don't like sex. Okay, well, there's still something wrong with you. Sex is supposed to be enjoyable. That's how you reproduce. Please go see a doctor. Like, there's still, there's still, it doesn't exist regardless of how you cut this. But during that whole debate on Twitter about asexuality and whether it's real or not, the amount of people coming through being like, um, actually, did you know that there's animals out there? Well, not animals. Well, there's groups out there that reproduce asexually, sexually. They don't need to actually mate with anybody. And I'm just like, you dense fucking twats. You absolute fucking buffoon. Probably shitting in a monkey right there. One, you know exactly what I mean, and you're being deliberately obtuse. Or two, you're really that fucking retarded. That you don't understand what I'm actually saying here about what asexuality is within this context. Either way, please take a long walk off a short pier.
Using a revolutionary technique, you can convert sunlight into food. Side effect, now there's oxygen everywhere and the sky's blue. Then the Earth might have been a snowball for a while, maybe even a couple of times. It's a sponge, it's a plant, it's a worm and some other types of weird strange water bugs and strange fish. It's the Cambrian explosion. Wow, that's animals and stuff. But we're still in the ocean. Hey, can we go on land? No. Why? The sun is a deadly laser. Oh, okay. Not anymore, there's a blanket. Now the animals can go
Okay, that got a chuckle out of me. I'm still dying of cringe.
on land. Come on, animals, let's go on land. Nope, can't walk yet. And there's no food yet, so I don't care. Okay, will you learn to walk if there's plants up here? Maybe, said some bugs. And fish. Okay, so I can go on land, but I have to go back in the water to have babies. Learn to use an egg.
I was already doing that.
Use a stronger egg. Put water in it. Have a baby on land in an egg. Water is in the egg. Baby in the egg, in the water, in the egg. Works for me. Bye-bye, ocean. And now everything's huge, including bugs. Want to see a map of the land? Sure. Oh, fuck, now everything's dead. Just kidding, here are the survivors. Keep your eye on this one because it's about to become the dinosaurs. Here's another map of the land. Yeah, it broke apart. Don't worry about it. It does that all the time. Here comes a meteor.
Oh, okay. One of my favorite things to do is I like to look at maps, okay? I like to look at topography and geography and different things like that. And one of my favorite things to do is see the world like gigantic puzzle piece and see where the continents used to actually be merged with each other, or like islands used to split away from the continent themselves. Different things like that. I find it so cool how it's just one big puzzle piece and it goes together like that.
The dinosaurs are gone. It's mammal time. Here come the mammals. Look at those breasts. Now they're gonna dominate the world, and one of them just learned how to grab stuff and walk. No, like walk like that and grab stuff at the same time and bang rocks together to make pointed rocks. Ouch. And set things on fire. Youch. And make crazy sounds with their voice. Knirsch, which can mean different things. That's a human person. And now they're everywhere. Almost. Ice Age. What? You can walk over here? Cool. Not anymore. Well, I guess we're stuck here now. Let's review. There's people on the planet. And they're chasing their food. Fuck it. Time to plant some grass. Look at this. I control the food now. Now everyone will want to be my friend and live near me. Let's all build houses, except mine is bigger because I own the food. This is great. I wonder if anyone else is doing this. Tired of using rocks for everything? Use metal. It's underground. Better farming was just invented in a sweet...
Well, not everybody was farming. Look at Africa. Just saying. Just saying.
dank valley right in between these two rivers, and the animals are helping. Guess what happens next? More food, and more people who came to buy the food. Now you need people to help make the food and keep track of the sales. And now you need houses for people to live in and people to make the houses. And now there's more people and they invent things, which makes things better. And more people come and there's more farming and more people to make more things for more people. And now there's business, money, writing, laws, power. Society. Coming soon to a dank river valley near you. Meanwhile, out in the middle of nowhere,
I don't know. I don't think India has society.
the horse is probably being tamed. Why is all my metal so lame and lumpy? Tired of using lame, sad metal? Introducing bronze, made with special ingredient tin from the far lands of Tinland. I don't know, my dealer won't tell me where he gets it. Also, guess what? Egypt. Meanwhile, out in the middle of nowhere, they figured out how to put wheels on a horse. Now we're getting somewhere. Also, China. And did I mention Indus River Valley civilization? The Middle East is getting more complicated, maybe because it's in the middle of the East. Knock knock, or clop clop, it's the people with the horses. And they made an empire, and then everyone else copied their horses. Greeks! Ah look, it must be the Greeks, or a beta version of the Greeks. Let's check in with the Indus River Valley civilization. They're gone. Guess who's not gone? China. New arrivals in India. Maybe it's those horse people I was talking about, or their cousins or something. And they wrote some hymns and mantras and stuff. You could make a
I feel like they would be a lot
Religion.
lighter if they were Indo-Iranian. Oh, but you know, I think they said like the last year I saw was like 2,000 years ago. No, that doesn't actually line up. It should be much further than 2,000 years ago. It should be like 5,000 or more than that. So I lost how close to modernity we're at this point. Especially if we're just like creating stuff. It should be quite a few thousand years ago. Ancient India did, they just haven't progressed as much as 2-3 millennia since. Yeah. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Once we're gonna bring up the cold weather theory again.
of this. There's the Bronze Age collapse. Now the Phoenicians can get down to business. Also, can we switch to a metal that's a little easier to find? Thanks. Look who came back to Israel. It's the 12 tribes of Israel. And they believe in God. Just one, though. He's got like a 10-step program. Here's some huge heads. Must be the Olmecs. The Phoenicians make some colonies. The Greeks copy their idea and make some colonies. The Phoenicians made a colony so big it makes colonies. Here comes the Assyrian Empire. Never mind, it's the Babylonian Median. It's the Persian Empire. Wow, that's big.
This is really why people want Iran to be free, is to bring back the Persian Empire. You know how cringe that is? And you know how cringe that is, I'll be honest. I can't tell how many people are mean and how many people are being serious. Being like, yeah, I want to free Iran so the Persians can come back. Dude, they're dead. They're gone. It has been ages since the Persian Empire. Literally thousands of fucking years. Okay? And it's not happening. Islam has completely obliterated the Middle East, and it's spreading into Africa. Like over half of Africa is Islamic. We're not getting back to that. It's a genocidal religion. They literally how they convert people is convert or die. So it's been a while. It's been a while. I don't think the Persians are coming back.
Ah, the Buddha was just enlightened. Who's the Buddha? This guy, who sat under a tree for so long that he figured out how to ignore the fact that we're all dying. You can make a religion out of this. Oops, China just broke, but while it was breaking, Confucius was figuring out how to have good morals. Ah, the Greeks just had the idea of thinking about stuff. And right over here, Alexander just had the idea of conquering the entire Persian Empire. It's a great idea. He was great. And now he's dead. Hopefully, the rest of the gang will be able to share the empire evenly between them.
No.
Knock knock, it's Chandragupta. He says, get the hell out of here. Will you get the hell out of here if I give you 500 elephants? Okay, thanks, bye. Time to conquer all of India. Or most of India. But what about this part? That's the Tamil Kings. No one conquers the Tamil Kings. Who are the Tamil Kings? Merchants, probably. And they've got spices. Who would like to buy the spices? Me, said the Arabians, swiftly buying it and selling it to the rest of the world. Hey, Hey, China put itself back together again, with good morals as their main philosophy. Actually, they have 3 main philosophies. Out
Fuck
here,
you,
the
obey
horse
the
nomads
law.
run wild and free, and they would like to ransack your city. Let's check the Greekification levels of the Greekified kingdoms. Greekification overload. Bye, said the Parthians. Bye, said the Jews. Hi, said the Parthians, taking over the entire place. Hey, said the Romans, eating the entire Mediterranean for breakfast. Thanks for invading our homeland, said the Jews, who were starting to get tired of people invading their homeland. Hi, everything's great.
So, I'm just saying, if you get kicked out of 109 homes, you might be the problem. I'm just a possibility. Just a possibility there.
Said some guy who seems to be getting very popular and is then arrested and killed for being too popular, which only makes him more popular. You can make a religion out of this. Want silk? Now you can buy it from China. They just made a brand new road to the world. Or you can get their own water. Sick, new trade routes, said India, accidentally spreading their religion to the entire southeast. That's a good place for an epic trading kingdom. There goes Buddhism traveling up the Silk Road. I wonder if it'll reach China before it collapses again. Remember the Persian Empire? Yep, said the Persians, making a new one. Axum is getting so powerful they would like to build a long stick. Has anyone populated Madagascar yet? Let's do it together. China's whole again. Then it broke again. Still can't cross the Sahara Desert? Try camels. Hell yeah, now we got business, said the Ghana Empire, selling lots of gold and slaves. Hi, I live in the Roman Empire, and I was wondering,
I like how you do that last bit in there. And slaves. Like, yes. Yeah, for little known fun facts. You know, Africans actually sold themselves off. We didn't just come in there and loot and pillage them. We went there and we gave them guns and food and other resources, and it's like, hey, have our people. They are lower class, or they're from other tribes that we've taken over and won. There you go. Everyone uses slaves. Just, you know, we some places ended slavery before others. Like the Middle East, for example. Saudi Arabia didn't end slavery until the 1960s, fun fact. And also another fun fact, more slaves were imported over to the Middle East overall, but the reason why you don't see any black people there is because they castrated them. And that's when they kept on having to import more and more of them. Uh, just other fun facts. Just other done facts there.
Having Jesus legal yet? No. Actually, okay, sure, said Constantine, moving the capital way over here to be closer to his main rival. Don't worry about Rome, it won't fall.
I saw 330, okay. That makes sense. Halfway through the video, yeah, we're getting close there. We're getting close.
It's the golden age of India. There's the Gupta Empire, not Chandragupta, just Gupta. First name Chandra, the first.
I like how the painting has them to be like super white, but with dark eyes and the dot, but super light skinned. Like they're not beating the cast allegations being based off skin color.
Guess who's in Rome? Barbarians. What's a barbarian? Non-Romans, said the Romans, being invaded by non-Romans. R.I.P. Roman Empire. Or actually just half of it. The other half is just fine, but it's not in Rome anymore, so let's give it a new name. The Mayans have figured out the stars. Oh, and here's a huge city, population everyone. The Gokturks have taken over the entire Eurasian steppe. Great job, Gokturks. How's India? Broken. How's China? Back together. How's those trading kingdoms? Bigger and there's more of them. Korea has 3 kingdoms. Japan has a kingdom. It's the Sunrise Kingdom. Deep in the Arabian desert, on the top of a mountain, the real God whispers in Muhammad's ear. So he goes down to the cube where everyone worships gods, and he tells them their gods are all fake. And everyone got so mad at him that he had to leave town and go to a different town. You can make a religion out of this, and maybe conquer the world as well. The Roman
You were just gonna ignore how they did the conquering there, but I mean, you know, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, that's how all empires work anyway, especially way back in the day. Just some are a little bit more brutal than others.
Empire's long gone, but somehow the Pope is still the Pope. Plus there's new kingdoms all over Europe. I wonder if there's room for Moors. Here's all the wisdom. In a house. It's the Baghdad House of Wisdom, just in time for the Islamic Golden Age. Let's bring stuff to the coast and sell it and become the Swahili on the Swahili coast, said the Swahili on the Swahili coast. Remember this tiny space you have to go through to get from here to there? Someone owns that now. Want to get enlightened in the middle of nowhere? The Franks have the biggest kingdom in Europe, and the Pope is so proud that he invites the king over for Christmas. Surprise, you're the new Roman emperor, said the Pope, pretending to still be part of the Roman Empire. Then the Franks broke their kingdom into what will later be called France and not France. The Northerners, or just Norse if you don't have much time, are exploring. They go north, from the north to the northern north, and they find some land, 2 types of land, and they name them accordingly. They also invade some other places and get called many names, such as Vikings. There's the Rus, the Kievan Rus. Are they Vikings? I don't think so, said the Kievan Rus. Okay, fair enough. The Pope is ready to make some more emperors of the Roman Empire, the Holy Roman Empire. It's actually Germany, but don't worry about it. New kingdoms.
Christianize all the kingdoms.
Which brand would you like? Mine's better. Mine's better. Mine's better. Time to conquer England, said William. It's a bird, it's a plane. It's the Seljuk Turks, said the Byzantine Empire, who's getting so small it almost doesn't exist anymore. We need help. They need help, so they call the Pope. Hey, Pope, can you help us get rid of the Seljuks? Maybe take back the Holy Land on the way? Come on, I know you want to take back the Holy Land. Yes, I do actually want to do that. Let's do a crusade. Crusade! They did many crusades, some of which almost didn't fail, but at least the Italians got some sweet trade deals. Goodbye, Mayans. Hello, Toltecs. Goodbye, Toltecs. Hello, Mississippi. Look at those mounds. There's the Pueblo. I always wondered how to build a town in a cliff. Guess who's here? Come here. Where? Here. And Pagan is there. Vietnam unconquered itself, Korea just became itself, and Japan is so addicted to art that the military might have to take over the government. China just invented bombs.
Hey, what? Okay, hold on. Hold on. What do you mean so addicted to the art that the military has to take over the government? Sorry, I'm not enough of a weeb to know the Japanese history there. That just kind of came out of nowhere. Like, this is so far just like, okay, empires rising and falling so far. Some of them, some of them, I know, some of them I don't know. Right? Like, one thing I've always found, like, once again, fascinated about history is the fact that, empires rise and fall, right? And seeing that we live in the American Empire ourselves, I definitely feel like we're on the decline. And it's upsetting, obviously, living in the decline personally ourselves. But at the same time, it's going to happen eventually. Like, very few can be as successful as the Roman Empire. And the bigger you are, the more spread out you are, the more people you have, especially when they're diverse and have different cultures and different religions. The less likely they actually are to get along with different things, and that causes splintering and issues going on. Totally ignoring the fact there was 2 Islamic terrorist attacks in the same fucking day yesterday. You know that kind of deal, right? Right? Uh, and that will just speed up the process of them falling. And I think we're in the free fall now, but we'll see how things end up and how long that all takes. Some of us will survive, some of us won't. Some of us will have kids and bring them into the future, and then we'll see what empire gets formed after that. One crazy thing about today though is like we see all these like, different trade routes and different things happening within this video, but it's still within roughly the same circle. Most of civilization was developed within the in the East in general. Between, and I say East coming from the Americans' perspective that Europe is more Eastern, just that continent, those continents in general. I mean, uh, meanwhile, the savages, the Native Americans, all the tribes over in the American continents are just vibing. I say just vibing as they kill each other and do human sacrifices as well, but they're just vibing, you know. They're not really advancing too much, all things considered, because they're just there, and they don't have much interaction. But the more, but compared to today, at least, my point is that with globalism and how, like, for example, you have a retarded woman in the middle of fucking nowhere using an anime avatar talking to random guys on the internet within her chat. All right here, right from all over the world. There was a Brazilian over there. And then like I know he had to leave. Then there's some Europeans. Obviously some other fellow Americans, some freedom burgers. Um, just different things like that. Different things like that here. Um, and that definitely can advance civilization and technology, which obviously we can see based off the fact that I am live streaming. Other hands, Oh, but I wonder how much that quickens the Empire's decline. Hmm.
And typing. And the Mongols just invaded most of the universe. Nice going, Genghis. I bet that will last a long time. Some of the Islamic Turks were unaffected by the Mongol invasions because they were busy invading India. Is it Tonga time? I think it's Tonga time. I just found out where the Swahili gets.
The fuck? Wait. Sorry. Oh, I went too far. My left arrow key gets stuck sometimes nowadays. I need to actually clean it, but I don't know how to clean it. So right now is a problem that won't be solved anytime soon. Tonga, isn't this a gang I learned about recently? I'm pretty sure I recently learned about a gang that lived in Utah that the Latter-day Saints are covering for. And there was an attack a few weeks ago from the Tonga gang. Sorry. I just like I know it's completely out here. So you're telling me these people are the ones that settled and built an empire of the tiny little islands over in the Pacific Ocean? This is where they originate from? I just figured they'd be some other island elsewhere. Hmm. Am I wrong? I'm pretty sure it's them. The Tonga Crips? Okay, I fucking called it. Okay. Um, that's so weird. Those are the people? Okay. That explains a lot.
Is it Tonga time? I think it's Tonga time. I just found out where the Swahili gets all their gold. Look at this Chad. Means lake. There's an empire there. Right in the middle of Africa. The king of Mali is so rich he's going on tour to let everyone know. Wow, that guy's rich, everyone said. The Christians are doing a great job reconquering Iberia, which will soon be called Spain and not Spain. Please remain Christian. We will check in later to
Okay, I like the not Spain label. I'm sorry. Label. I'm sorry, Portuguese. But to the dumb American, you're just not Spanish. You're just Spanish, but you're not Spanish.
see if you're still Christian when you least expect. Whoops, half of Europe just died. China's back, yay! Hey, come here, time to share. New kingdoms here and there. Oh, look who controls all the islands. It's the Mahajapit, Majahapit, Mapajahit, Mahapajit, Mapajahit, Majapahit. Oh, Italy's really rich. Time for them to care a lot about art and the ancient classics. It's kind of like a rebirth. Here's a printer. Let's make books. So you think you can conquer the Byzantine Empire? Yep, said the Ottoman Turks. Nice job, Ottoman Turks. Oops, you missed a spot. Don't forget to ban Europe from the Indian spice trade. What? That's bullshit, said Portugal. Spiceless. Well, I guess we'll have to find another way to India. Wait, said Christopher Columbus, probably smoking crack. If the world is round, let's go this way to India. No, don't worry, we already got this, said Portugal. So Chris goes to Spain. Hey, Spain, want to hire me to find India by going around back of the world? No, please, no, please, no, please. Okay. So he sails into the ocean and discovers more ocean, and then discovers the Indies and Japan. Let's draw a line to decide who gets which half of the world. The Aztec and Inca empires are off to a great start.
I'm curious how the slavery thing's gonna go down here. So far, it's been like super apolitical. It's me bringing in the spiciness there. But it's like, okay, now we're getting to the hot topics going on right now. Oh shit, thank you, Eldritch Saga, for the fucking 100 shekels. Jesus Christ. Thank you so much, my dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. For my favorite Black Devil Fox VTuber Jamal. Well, thank you, my dude. Yeah, you're my favorite gamer words. You're my favorite N-was. What up in this shit, right? Right? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, and thank you, Nanis, for the raid. For a millisecond I forgot what raid was. Don't ask me how. But anyway, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. I hope you had a good sleep. Welcome to today's stream. It's React Slapper. I'm going on vacation tomorrow, and so therefore we are React Slapper for the backlog of videos here. So welcome in, everybody. Things get a little bit spicy over here. So if you hate women and minorities, you're in the right place. If you don't hate women and minorities, please wake up to the year of our Lord 2026 and see how bad things are, because really we need to beat women more often and expel some people. Lots of people. Also, mods, if you could shout her out, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hmm. Don't speak black again. It hurts my ears. Ah, shit. Oh, my homies. Where do you think you get that thing from? I don't know how typical black people speak because it's been a minute since I've actually heard them since I live in my dad's basement these days. But I know there's lots of drugs and gangs, and we really like fat asses and stuff like that. Hell yeah, hell yeah. uh, Proceeds to pull up my tab of all the videos of black people beating each other.
Start. I wonder if they know that Europe just discovered their continent. The Habsburgs are marrying into so many royal families they might have to start marrying each other. Move over, Lithuania. Here comes Moscow. Ivan wants to make Russia great again. Move over, Timurids. Maybe go invade India or something. Persia just made Persia Persian again. Let's make it the other kind of Islam. The one where we thought the first guy should have been the other guy. Hey Christians, do you sin? Now you can buy your way out of hell. That's bullshit. This whole thing is bullshit. That's a scam. Fuck the church. Here's 95 Reasons Why, said Martin Luther in his new book, which might have accidentally started the Protestant Reformation. You know what would be magnificent, said Suleiman wearing an onion hat? What if the Ottoman Empire was really big, which it is now? What if Russia was big, said Ivan, trying not to be terrible. Portugal had a dream that they controlled the entire Indian Ocean, including the spice trade. And then that dream was real. And Spain realized that this is not India, but they pillaged it anyway. Damn, said England and France. We gotta start pillaging.
Pillaged. Pillaging. Okay. Okay, so far, this video has handled how many empires going in and doing stuff throughout the entirety of the eastern continents? Like, I think how, like, I'm trying to think off the top of my head, like 50 empires roughly, or less. Probably like 30 to 50 empires have been more or less addressed during this whole entire time period. And so and often taking over the others and splitting. He's constantly making jokes about how China keeps on falling apart. And the Mongols did stuff too. But as soon as it's about the American continent, North and South America, and Europe going in and settling it, now it's pillaging. Pillaging here. I just an interesting phrase and terminology to be using in this case. Interesting word, right? Because pillaging has a very negative connotation. Uh, within this frame, and and that's exactly what it is. If I remember correctly, I think he did use it once when it came to, I think maybe was it the Mongols or the Proto Mongols when it came to China, somewhere in there. So like I guess it's not completely 100% unbiased in this case, but seeing that the a good chunk the next few minutes will probably be dedicated to the American continents and how they've been settled and the modern day viewpoint of how colonialism is bad. I just It's one of those things that I just immediately noticed. My brain system just kind of goes off. I was like, oh, so now it's pillaging here. It's not pillaging anywhere else. Or like for example, he mentioned the Swahili got gold. Okay, where did they get the gold from? Zimbabwe. Okay, how did they get it from the Zimbabweans then? Zimbabweans, just or the whatever version they were at this time. I don't know. Just one of those things that bothers me about certain people and how they handle different things. How they handle different things. Weird that he didn't do that with the Portuguese since we started the Atlantic trade. Yeah, it's just now and now as soon as Britain and France get involved with pillaging. Oh, thank you, Eldrick Saga, for the 100 of fucking shekels again. Jesus Christ, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. People could also find the fun games for Jamal, like them's fighting herds. I don't know that game. Um, if you actually want that, then I can. I don't know. We already have a huge backlog of games to get in there. So there would have to be some interest within chat before I go ahead and actually start that. But yes, that is true. That is true. You can donate for different game funds if you wish, but it's not. That's up to you. It's up to you here.
some stuff. Then the Dutch revolt and all the hipsters moved to Amsterdam. Damn, said Amsterdam. We gotta start pillaging some stuff. Question 1, can you get to India through North America? No, but at least there's beaver. Question 2, steal the spice trade. That's not a question, but the Dutch did it anyway. Guess where all the sugar's made? In Brazil. Stolen. In the Caribbean. And it's so goddamn profitable you might...
Stolen? Hopefully my fucking arrow key doesn't get stuck again. Come on, one time.
Guess where all the sugar's made? In Brazil. Stolen. In the Caribbean. And it's so goddamn profitable.
Okay. So I'm trying to figure out, does he mean stolen in the sense that they're fighting each other for how to get sugar? Because like all the different flags are right here. But my first reaction was that, oh, it's made in the Caribbean and the Brazil, and so therefore now the Europeans are coming in over here. They're trying to steal it. It's never stealing for literally any other resources anywhere else for the entirety of human history up until 13 minutes. But now it's stealing. Sorry, I'm too political. I'm too political brain to just consume this lapa. Like, this is apparently a very classic video. You know, behind the barrel react slappa. You know, it's. I mean, it's kind of really fucking cringy, but you know, everyone loves this type of deal. And I'm too political brain for this kind of stuff.
You might forget to not do slavery. The next thing on Russia's to-do list is to get bigger. Britain and France are having a friendly discussion about who should control the entire world, more specifically, Ohio. Then it escalates into a 7-year discussion, giving Prussia a chance to show Austria who's boss. But what about Britain and France? Did they figure out who's boss? Yes, they did. It's Britain. Guess who's broke? Also Britain. So they start taxing the hell out of America. Fuck you, says America, declaring their independence and fighting for it. And France helps them win. Now France is broke. And Britain will have to send their prisoners to a different continent. Wait, if France is broke, why do the king and queen still wear such fancy dresses? Let's overthrow the palace and cut all their heads off, said Robespierre, cutting everybody's head off until someone eventually got mad and cut his head off. You could make a No, don't. Haiti is starting to like the idea of a revolution, especially the slaves, who free themselves by killing their masters. Why didn't we think of this before? Wait, who's in charge of France?
Are we not going to talk about what happens to Haiti after they revolt and kill their masters and then wear their clothes? Just, how is Haiti doing in the modern age now? Just out of curiosity.
France now, said Napoleon, trying to take over Europe. Luckily, they banished him to an island.
But he came back.
Luckily, they banished him to another island. There goes Latin America, becoming independent in the Latin American Wars of Independence. Britain just figured out how to turn steam into power, so now they can make
Many different types of machines and factories with machines in them, so they can make a lot of products real fast.
Then they invent some trains, and conquer India and maybe put some trains there. Hey, China, said Britain, buy stuff from us. Nah, dude, we already got everything, says China. So Britain tried to get them addicted to opium, which worked, actually. But then China made it illegal and dumped it all into the sea. So Britain threw a hissy fit and made them open up 5 cities and give them an island. Britain and Russia are playing a game where they try to stop each
Hissy fit? I mean, fair enough. My biases are definitely coming in. But I feel like his biases are also coming in, too. I'm noticing more language that is negatively charged now that Europe is conquering the world. I'm not sure if it's just now I'm doing so because I have a good idea what's happening because we're in the period of time, but I know basic knowledge about this stuff, different things, and I am so politically brained as it is, and maybe I just missed it before, but at the same time, it also feels like it came out of nowhere. So I'm not exactly sure if my one brain cell's being activated or not.
other from conquering Afghanistan. Also, the
Sultan of Oman lives in Zanzibar now.
That's just where he lives. India just had a revolution, and they would like to govern themselves now. Nope, said Britain, governing them even harder than before.
Technology is about to go crazy.
The United States finally figured out whether slavery is good or bad. It's bad, they decided. And then they continued manifesting their destiny, which is to kill the rest of them.
Finally decide if slavery is good or bad. You want to bring up the fact that Saudi Arabia didn't outlaw slavery till 1960s. Finally, once again goes back to the negatively charged language here. Oh, they finally decided that slavery is bad. Okay, just who would have thought that? Not like it's literally the system of work that people have been using up until this point. This is literally the history of the entire world, I guess, right? Right, the apathetic millennial cringe humor were like, well, I don't actually care about this thing. Why would I care about this thing that I have deep knowledge about? Like that's so gay. No, they won't say gay because this came out like 10 years ago and that was illegal at this time. Actually, not 10 years ago. It was still okay to say gay in 2016. This is getting closer to 2020 era and in this realm of things. Like, finally, okay, whatever. I know this is very normie, safe, cringe, a video as it is.
The natives and take their land and maybe kick out the Mexicans too. I know, let's rape Africa, said Europe, scrambling to see who could rape it the fastest.
Rape? I mean, I'm all down for rape, right? Like, white men need to rape more. This is not legal advice, by the way. But it's not, it was never rape. It was not pillaging. It was not anything like that. I mean, there was years of conquering, because that's what it was, for all the different empires in this region. And they did address the Chinese a little bit in the Indian empires and the ones over in the Pacific Islands and stuff like that. Like, but it was never rape when they be like, yeah, we're going to conquer a whole entire continent for resources. Okay, yeah, there's definitely some political biases going into this video. More modern left day soy biases, which I can tell based off his humor and his voice and stuff like that. I'm not surprised. But at the same time, this video was relatively neutral for 13 minutes. And then we hit the 13-minute mark when we're exploring the Americas and Europe is doing its thing, and now, it's pillaging. Oh, it's stealing. Oh, it's rape!
Britain and France are still hungry.
They never got Thailand.
The United States ran out of destiny to manifest, so they're looking for more.
Hawaii, Cuba.
Wait, Spain controls Cuba. Well, blame something on them and go to war. What should we blame on Spain? Let's blame the Maine on Spain. So they blame the Maine on Spain. Now we're in business. To celebrate, they kick Panama out of Panama and make a canal, connecting the two oceans. Britain just found oil in the Middle East.
It makes cars go.
China is so tired of being bossed around that they delete their old government and make a new, stronger government, which is accidentally weaker and controlled by a guy from the previous government. Europe hasn't had a war since the last war, so they start World War I. Look at those guns. It's gonna be a great war. So great we won't need a second one. After it's over, they blame Germany. Russia went on strike and the workers overthrew the government. Now everyone's paycheck is the same.
Communism in the Soviet Union.
The Arabs revolt and Britain helps. Now the Ottoman Empire's gone, so we can give the
Jewish people a place to live.
Hopefully the Arabs won't mind. Let's cut the
Yeah, that has been a wonderful result. Communism in Israel. No long-term side effects or consequences in any way, shape, or form.
cake, said Sykes and Picot, carving up the remains of the not-so-Ottoman-anymore empire.
Except turkey, turkey makes a brand new turkey.
And then the Saudis conquer Arabia. It just seemed like the right thing to do. Hello? Yes, it's the 1920s calling. Let's get in the car and drive to a party and listen to jazz on the radio and go to the movies. The economy's great and it'll probably be great forever. Just kidding. Germany's back featuring Hitler, the angry mustache model, and he's mad at the Jews for existing. Japan is finally conquering the East, and they're so excited they raped Nanking way too hard.
Do I say something, chat? do I say something about tiny hats existing? Or do I leave it be? Do I leave it be here? I think I'll leave it be. It's fine.
They should probably just deny it. Hitler's out of control, so the international community tackles him and tries to explain why killing all the Jews is a bad idea, but he kills himself before they could explain it to him.
That's World War II.
Bonus round, Pacific Showdown. United States versus Japan. Fight.
Extinction ball.
Let's
Okay. That is a funny thing to call a nuke, I'm not gonna lie. Except for the fact that 2 nukes is nothing compared to diversity. Seriously. Like, Japan is flourishing, even though they got nuked twice back then, okay? And like, obviously we have anime, it's so clean, everybody talks wants to go there, it's tourism, it's beautiful, Japanese cherry blossoms, all the like classic weeb stuff. Everyone loves Japan, right? America. Do you have enough brown people? No? Oh, wait, you say yes. Wait, no, I thought I heard a no. Hold on, wait a second. I'm pretty sure you said no. Okay, we're gonna import more brown people. Oh, you have increasing rates of homicides and murders and terrorism and rapes. Okay, how do you want more brown people in here? Oh, now your society's degrading. Everything's falling apart. Nothing's working anymore. Why don't you want trains, by the way? I thought trains are a great system of traveling. Much better for the environment than cars. Oh, because you don't want to be stabbed. Well, that's racist of you. That's racist of you. Oh, nobody's having kids? Oh my god. Oh, and more people are dying? Oh, okay, we'll have more browns! Meanwhile, Japan's like, yeah. Our economy is kind of shit, but at least we actually make good content and we're homogeneous and therefore we're happy and everybody's jealous of us and wants to be us at the same time. Ah, wah, 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 wah.
unite all the nations and have some
World peace.
Seems legit. Hi, I'm Gandhi, and if Britain doesn't get the hell out of India, I'm going to starve myself in public. Wow, that worked. Bonus, now there's Pakistan. Actually, 2 Pakistans. One of them could be Bangladesh later. The Jews and the Arabs finally figured out which one of them should live in the Holy Land. Me, they both said at the same time. Let's divide up the land so everyone's happy.
Psych, they both get angrier.
Look out, China. There's a new China in China. What's on the menu? Communism. No thanks, said the other China, escape.
See, my thing is on the Middle East, they have been at with war with each other since the dawn of humanity, which this video covers actually, in the most millennial cringe humor possible, but it covers nonetheless about the constant worrying and the empires being developed there and the rise and fall of them and all that fun stuff. And the fact that, the tiny hats keep on getting kicked out of, 109 countries, but we're gonna ignore that factor. So I don't fucking care. They're still fighting. It's the year of our Lord 2026, and they're still fighting.
To an island. I wonder which one is the real China. There's the Korean War, Korea versus Korea. Nobody wins, then it's on pause forever. Let's meet the sponsors. Oh, it's the 2 global superpowers. They're having a friendly debate over which economic system is good and which one is an evil virus of Satan. And they both have atom bombs. Fight! Wait, no, that would be the end of the world. Let's just keep it cool and spy on each other instead. And make sure we have enough atom bombs. I'll race you to space. Now let's make some more countries fight themselves. Europe is tired of pillaging other continents.
Hot take. The Soviet Union won. But that, the USSR won the Cold War. Why? Because. So, Yuri Bezmenov was an ex-KGB agent that came into the 80s, and he talked about what the Soviet Union had done. They had infiltrated all our institutions from very high levels and completely changed how it works and had a 5-point process on how to destabilize a nation. I forget all the 5 points because I'm retarded. But a lot of it was about a demoralization and deconstructing identity. And he would talk about how, within the near future, people will be talking about intersectionality and gay race communism that we do today. And people just laughed at him. People just laughed at him. I'm not laughing anymore. I don't think I laughed at that at all. Because by the time I came around, it was already common culture in this case. So, and meanwhile, for Russia's not doing too well, and they do have some Muslims in the corner in the south right there, a little pocket. They're pretty homogeneous overall. They're chilling. Yeah, they're not doing too well. Yeah, they have Putin and all the fun stuff, but they're vibing. They're vibing, all things considered. America is not vibing. We are a hot fucking mess express. And It's not going well.
And the continents they were pillaging are tired of being pillaged. So here's a new map with new countries. Now you can't tell who they're being pillaged by. The United States finally decided whether racism is good or bad. They decided it's bad, and the world agrees. South Africa might...
Once again, the use of the word finally, and the world definitely does not agree. The world definitely does not agree. Everyone is racist. Isn't that the leftist argument where everyone has like institutional racism, baked down systemic racism, all that fun stuff? No, everyone is fucking racist regardless of the case. The Chinese, massive racist against the blacks. Say the Japanese, massive racist to like foreigners in general. You'll see signs being like if you in Japanese, if you're, specific skin colors, you're not doing that. You know, the Arabs that I mentioned earlier about Saudi Arabia not banning slavery till the 1960s? Yeah, once again, they castrated their slaves. That's why there's no blacks in the Middle East. Fuck, even the tribes within Africa are racist against each other because it's all about in-group and tribalism.
Is it the Jews?
Humans
Is
are
it- is it- is it
naturally
the
tribal,
Jews?
based off
I'm assuming
especially
it's always
the
the Jews.
as you can see, all the different empires that have cropped up throughout this whole entire video, and how they a lot of them keep on collapsing within each other and splittering. People have always been tribal because that's the best way to maximize resources and protect their own. And try to keep this relatively simplistic for the simplistic video within itself. And racism is a very easy way to do exactly that. Because you can just take one look at somebody and be like, okay, you're in my group or you're out of my group. Okay, you're out of my group, be gone. Just get this, and it works. It fucking works. It's only
Is it
in
the
recent
Jews?
times in
Is it-
modern
is
day
it the
history that we've
Jews?
actually
I'm assuming it's
changed our
always the
minds for
Jews.
this. But it's only for white people. Because you want to know, Stop Asian Hate, that movement that was super, well, popular. I was going to say super popular, but it was only super popular for like 2 weeks. Back in like what 2021. Alright. I don't know why that was a blip on the scale. That's because all the people doing the attacks are blacks against the Asians themselves. Why? Because the blacks are racist against the Asians. It's just how it fucking works. People are racist, and that's okay. It's okay to be racist. It's the natural predisposition. There's also good reasons behind it too. There we go. I'm adopting the cringe millennial humor here with the whispering into the mic when it comes to like the taboo subjects and stuff like that.
Might need another minute to think about it. Let's check the world population. Whoa. Okay. Technology's better too, that might keep happening. The Soviet Union decides to relax a little and accidentally falls apart. Europe makes a union, so now they can all use the same money, except Britain because they don't feel like it. Let's check the mail. Surprise, it's on the computer. Whoops, someone just attacked America. I bet they'll remember that. Phone call. Surprise, it's in your pocket. Want to learn everything? Surprise, it's on the computer. Now your phone's a computer, which is in your pocket. Whoops, the economy just crashed. Don't worry, the big banks won't fail because they're not supposed to. Surprise, flying robots. With bombs. Want to print a brain? Some people have no friends. Some people have no food. The globe is warming.
And the ocean is full of plastic.
Let's save the planet.
Well, fun fact, like in the very beginning, when with the whole I even viewed it perfectly. Better farming. And it's like everyone's farming now across the whole entire world, and they made a comment about how like except for Africa. Well, he just proved the fact that except for Africa, because if Africa actually farmed and could think 15 seconds ahead, they would actually have food. But they can't.
Said everybody, not knowing how. Let's invent a thing inventor, said the thing inventor after being invented by a thing inventor. That's pretty cool. By the way, where the hell are we?
So when this come out 8 years ago, 2018. Yep, that explains the heavily cringe millennial humor going on right there. But I mean, for being a 20-minute video about the history of the entire world, I guess it's not a phase, Mom. It's not bad. It's not bad. It definitely compacts a lot of stuff within a short amount of time and explains some basic things for normies to enjoy overall. It goes obviously really fast and you have to like pause every 5 seconds, or actually every second if you want to get like all the different special details, especially when you get into this area where you get the different empires within the East in general. But it wasn't terrible, minus, like I said, the cringe for cringe humor. And then all of a sudden at 13 minutes, just like, oh, rape, stealing, pillaging. Oh, finally. I don't know. It seems like there's a change in language there compared to literally this whole entire section where they're doing the exact same thing. They're doing the exact same thing for all the different empires in this section, but now we get to the Americas and Europe's doing it. Oh, it's bad. And it's popular. And I just added a view to this. Why is this so popular to react to? I'm actually kind of curious. Like, I know it's like bottom of the barrel slop. But it's bottom of the barrel slop because everybody reacts to this kind of stuff. So like, I don't get the appeal of it. Is it just because it's safe? I just sorry. But my brain cell is working in overdrive just trying to compute the psychology behind this. The only thing I can see is because it's the cringe millennial humor and therefore it's safe. But like, how do other people add commentary to this? Like, at least I can add the political stuff personally myself. This is one of those things where you can just sit and just consume. You just consume the slappa in this case. Oh, I like how at this point there's a peak and where you go through because of Allah here. Like, how do you commentate? It doesn't make sense to me. Why do you ask a question only to answer it? It's safe, dumb, flashy, lights, etc. The whole point of React content is supposed to add commentary to it. I know some people sit there and go or don't actually do anything, but still. It came at a formative time for millennial streamers? Yeah, but like, I was for the person who sent me this to react, because, well, full disclosure, right? I'm reacting to a bunch of fucking stuff just so I can make videos out of it, since I'll be going on vacation. Generally, I try to do like react content like once a week, every couple weeks. I do find it to be easy slop and try to do it sparingly and try to actually report on like the news personally myself or like play a game. So I was like talking to somebody wanting to so I can figure out what to react to, and like everyone reacts to this, and so I'm like, and I look at this. I didn't actually watch the video, but I was just like, okay, like this came out 8 years ago. What's the appeal? And then they sent me a screenshot of everyone and their mother reacting to it. Some of them actually being quite recently, and it's just like, okay, fine. I guess I'll just react to it at this point. But like, I just what? The sarcastic singing junk was annoying as all hell. I mean, that was just the internet humor back in 2018, because at that point the YouTube was being heavily censored. Like, Trump got into office in 2016, mainstream media went rabid. I guess they were going rabid before he got in office, technically. At that point. And then like Susan was just like, she saw some tragedy happen in France. One of the terrorist attacks happened in France, and she was like, everybody needs to know about this tragedy, this travesty that's happening. And so therefore, I want to push mainstream media over actual authentic content creators, even though the whole point of YouTube is you make the content on the tube yourself. And then super hardcore sanitization, and then censor's policies. There was the apocalypse because P.E.P.E. made some Nazi jokes, different things like that. And that spiraled into 2018. Things got worse. In 2020, things got even more worse. Thanks to COVID and Black Lives Matter. Like, we were some dark periods here. So this was safe content to make during this time period. But it's still popular now. But like, it's now 2026. The right on the online right has been retaking over the internet culture in this case. Why is this still popular? I need a shower after that slop. Yeah, that's how I feel. I like this guy's videos. He made them for school, but it became ultra popular. You should check out the Japan one. Lol. If he made it for school, then I guess that makes sense. I've seen I've seen this one. Well, I haven't actually seen the video, but I've seen people react to this one, which, to be fair, I'd be much more interested in watching this version just because it would be fun to actually learn. Especially when that section there where he mentions that they created the art. They were so obsessed with art, the military had to take it for the government. I was like, wait, hold on a second. What's going on there? But I don't know if I'm going to do that again. I'm not sure if I'm going to react to this just because of the fact that this one was kind of really cringe. Yeah. Yeah. But I need to catch up with some super chats. I missed some since I was getting through the video. My apologies, guys. Thank you, Clarky, for the $3 videos. This react video was only entertaining because it was like watching an autist sitting through a sensory simulation with a poker face. Yes, you're the oddest in this analogy. I mean, basically, yeah. I was like, this is relatively informational for being, you know, within 20 minutes. Completely understandable. Like, you're trying to compact so much information within a short time period. But it's not completely enjoyable. Thank you, Affinity Waggett, for the $10 videos. Thank you. Continent of Cannibals, by the way. Yes. I'm assuming you prefer to Africa. But frankly, South America works too, depending on the time period. And thank you, Shun Katsu, for the $2 videos. Thank you. Good evening from the Philippines. Good night. Well, thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a good night. Thank you. And thank you, Random Squirrel, watching for the $10 videos. Since it's your last stream and we'll never see you again, I have to ask before it's too late. Is your mom single? Warm or cold, doesn't matter to me. And this is all a joke. Oh, no worries, my dude. If you get some water, you can turn her into clay and then use her as an owner hole. So have fun. The only problem is, she's, I think, in my basement. Actually, is she in the basement, or was she given away? I can't remember who has the owner hole last time. So good luck finding her. But there, she's single and ready to mingle. Thank you, Desert Ghost, for the 10 months celebration for your subby lobby. Thank you, my dude. And then I need to check the Ko-Fi stuff too. Here, thank you. Thank you, Kalargi, for the $20 videos. Thank you. Enjoy the break, Amal. You're long overdue for some grass touching. With that, and with your mud pony disposition and all. Here's a little something to contribute to the view button you're gonna need when you get back. All because your male viewers are getting Alu Akbared over in Iran. No! Oh, please, Amal, don't weep for us. Dying for God's chosen is the greatest honor a Koi can hope to achieve. Weep for yourself. You'll be living amongst the Hawaiians, the Cubans, and the French Canadians. We'll look and smell brown, by the way, when we're gone. Yeah, I'm gonna be around a lot of brown people on vacation, but I'm gonna try to avoid them as much as possible. Meanwhile, chat, have fun being enlisted for the Iran war. I'm kidding. I don't think anybody's gonna be drafted, even though there's some rumors that. Well, the problem with the rumors is the fact that, of course, like, the draft is not like how. Okay, let me rephrase things. I'm trying to go like make 2 points at the same time. Because Trump is not ruling out anything, which makes sense because it is a war, even though they want to call it a special military operation. It's a war, and now they're actually getting around the fact they're calling it a war, right? And so when you're in a war, you're not gonna rule anything, just like the boots on the ground from a few weeks ago. And I made this argument back then, and then, well, sure enough, congratulations, we got those boots on the ground. We got their 5,000 Marines going in. Are you excited, boys? Well, I don't think the draft's gonna happen. The draft didn't occur with any of the other Middle East wars. I don't see it happening with this one. It's just gonna be a waste of time and money. Too many Americans are gonna die. And if we actually keep on putting boots on the ground, we're gonna be there for a while. We're gonna be there for a while, but it's fine. Everything's fine. Did men get drafted for Iraq in the 2000s? Not that I'm aware. So I don't think anybody's gonna be drafted. But the people that are already in the military, the men, as I don't give a fuck about the women. The women are there for the benefits and being barracks bunnies. That's all. They're gonna die. Some of them are gonna die. All for Israel's cause, and it makes me super happy. You also said Iran was over, lol. I did not say Iran was over. I said Trump said that Iran war was over. Even though okay, so technically what he said was that he called it, he knows it's not smart that people will say you're not supposed to call it before it's actually over yet, but Iran's already lost, and so therefore he feels like it's safe to say, even though the war's still ongoing. That was the clip. So like even in his statement, he's aware that the war is still ongoing, but he's saying that Iran's already lost, and so therefore he can say it's won. I know what he is. I know the point that he was trying to make, right? Which I technically kind of agree, right? Iran will lose, right? Because at a certain point, they will. Our military might is stronger than them, and so we will overpower them. The problem is we went into this with zero plan. Trump seemed to assume that the Iranian people would just rise up after like 30,000 of them got fucking slaughtered a couple months ago. Okay. And there's no actual consensus for why we're doing this war than is for Israel. Iran has a Hydra scheme, so when you bomb one, you're not actually, killing the head of the military, and so therefore the war is over. They have other cells in the mountains just calling the shots there. So no matter how many times you bomb them, more will sprout out. But eventually they will die. So but the problem is with that, we'll need to actually use the full force of the military to actually wipe them out, or a nuke. But the nuke's not going to happen. So then we're going to send boots instead, which that's what's happening. That's what's happening here. Wars almost always drag on longer than you think. Yeah, this was not a special military operation. If this actually gets done within 4 to 5 weeks of it starting, you know what? Sure, still not happy that it happened in the first place, but hey, it all worked out. But then there was rumors that it's going to last to September, and now there's also rumors that they have no clue how long this is actually going to last, and that Trump will feel it in his bones when the war is over. So, yeah. I don't think it's going to be 4 to 5 weeks, personally, myself. Disagree, Iran isn't losing. It's going to be Afghanistan all over again, 20 years of pointless conflict. To be fair with Afghanistan, the war was over within a few months. It was the occupation that took forever because we were trying to import democracy into a place that cannot work with democracy. They're complete opposite to us. They're far too religious. They're theocracies, and their morals are just not the same. And that's okay. Which is why we can segregate the sandbox. Or we can glass it. Whichever one, I don't fucking care. But we need to stop trying to import democracy in there. Try to change them and do regime changes. If we're gonna go in there and steal their oil, great. Fun. Fact. Great. I love looting and pillaging. Well, like this guy says in his video. But if we're gonna loot and pillage, we should loot and pillage properly, not use complete force. Complete force. Not this half-assed, okay, we bomb them a little bit, they surrender, we send in the troops, they constantly be attacked the whole entire time for 20 years, and then Biden comes in, fucks up the pullout, and then we give them all our military equipment that was there, and have some people die. Yeah, I'd rather not do that again. I thank you, Hacker43, for the $13 reduce. Thank you. Amalgamyte, you're like Amalgamyte. I do our bets, so I keep you tight. You seem to enjoy when I make what? You seem to enjoy when I'm making you wet. Pretend I didn't say this. Poetry, man. Poetry. Well, we need to bring back poetry. Oh my god. That was like I guess imagine him with that meme, right? Where like you had the piece of paper and the quill and the fire in the back and the fire being blazed as he's writing, right? Like that's that's the vibe that he was going for with this. E-girl Shakespeare. Oh, you can tell who's winning by who's doing the Oda loop and who's reacting because the other guy's in the decision matrix driving it. I don't know what the Oda loop is. For the records, military is not my specialty. I'm just learning all this stuff on the fly. I have a vagina. Kinda gives me a debuff. I also really hate Israel. In a way, this could be the new version of 2 weeks to stop the spread, saying 3 to 4 weeks as a way to get people used to the idea, and then they just keep extending the duration. See, that's how I see it as. I mentioned this when I did report on the fact that it's like 3 to 4 weeks type of deal. Like, it does remind me of 2 weeks to stop the spread. So, if it is, 4 to 5 weeks is what Trump said originally, then okay, fine. Still not happy is what it is. Do I think it will be? No. It really just sounds more like more government lies, because just because Trump's our guy and he's the one in office doesn't mean that he's actually on our side. He's still a politician. It's not 8 years ago. Actually, not 8 years ago, 10 years ago. Jesus fucking Christ, we're in 2026. It's not 10 years ago where the Trump was the outsider. He's a businessman. He knows what he's doing. He's gonna shake things up. All that fun stuff, right? It's not like that situation anymore. It's been 10 years. It's been 10 fucking years. He's a full-blown politician. And 2020 was a huge shock to him, especially with how bad his first term went. I say bad because he picked the wrong people because he didn't know what he was doing and made a lot of wrong decisions in that book. But it was wrong decisions because it was just a status quo. He didn't actually shake up anything. He didn't actually drain the swamp. It was very status quo. But no real damage was done other than Operation Warp Speed, in my personal opinion. Just the status quo, things are slowly getting worse because it's the status quo. 2020 happened. He woke up. We thought we had a chance this time around because of the appointments he was making this time, like Tulsi Gabbard, Pete Hegseth, Rubio, Vance, stuff like that. Now, a year later, welcome to Bush 2.0. Well, now watch this drive. Trump is his own side? I don't think so. The wall says otherwise. He picked complete morons on his first term? Oh, I agree. Well, I wouldn't say morons. He picked people that he were sold to him that knew what they were doing because he didn't have any clue what he was doing himself since he's not a politician. And they just, like I said, carried on with the current framework. But they're not morons. They're actually kind of smart when you think about it. And Warp Speed benefited who? The tiny hats from Fauci the Pfizer. Yep. I know. I don't like the tiny hats. In general. It's not, to me, it's like, oh, I just don't like Israel. No, I just don't like the tiny hats in general. I don't like the tiny hats. I don't like the Muslims. I don't like women. I don't like blacks. I don't like trans. I don't like gays. I don't like anybody. They all fucking suck. In various different forms. He should have used better judgment in some of his appointments. Not all. Some. If we're talking about the first time, I don't think there's really any judgment there since he was so ignorant. Second time, I agree. He likes women too much. He we need to get women out of political office completely, and then women out of politics next. Yes, that includes me, and I'm okay with that. Because at that point, that means I have like 5 kids, and I'm raising them, and it's all good in the hood. But alas, we're not there yet. So, here I am, an e-thought online. I think Trump might have been replaced around the time the files were supposed to be released. He seems different since then. I don't believe those... Okay. I don't believe that. No, I don't think he got released. Not released. So I don't think he's been replaced. I do think that I do think there are some conspiracy theories where politicians and celebrities get replaced are actually real. Because it does there are some things that point out to be suspicious. Like one thing I saw was some people are speculating that Netanyahu is dead because he made a statement recently, and he has 6 fingers and multiple different time frames in the video. And it's a classic AI artifact there, right? The multiple fingers, because AI has struggled with hands. But you would think they would have a better technology since it is Israel, and they wouldn't use the AI that does that stuff, and they would make a better version of it, because you can actually AI is quite strong and good these days, and with enough tinkering with it, you can fix those kind of stuff at this point. It's not 2023 anymore, it's 2026. AI has developed quite rapidly, and it's so much better. So I don't know if I fully believe he's dead, because I would imagine Israel would have the technology to not do that kind of mistake, but at the same time, 6 fingers. Multiple different frames. Weird. Okay then. So I don't know what's happening there. I guess we'll find out in 20 years. It wasn't AI. It was his demonic self breaking the veil. Yeah, they're getting into the tinfoil right there. And I like the crunchy munch a lot. Num 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 num. Num 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 num. I love the aluminum giving me early onset dementia. It's great. Amalgamyte, what kind of racist would you describe yourself as? A lazy one. Some people are like, yeah, I'm such a good racist. I can tell the different physiognomy of this person. This Asian comes from the steppes. And like the Mongolian, and this Asian is from like, I don't know, the Indonesia, or whatever the case is, and this African comes from Nigeria, and this one comes from Zimbabwe. I don't know that fucking shit. I don't know that shit. I just look at the skin color and I'd be like, you're too dark. I don't like you. It's just that simple. It's that simple. Which, I mean, the people who can actually recognize physiognomy, that is a powerful skill. Like, that's a lot of effort right there. But I'm too lazy for that stuff. Where's the list of games to fun? I have here on paper. Paper right here. I can list them. So we got Fallout Equestria. Remains. So that's cool. Deus Ex. Keep in mind, most of these are actually against my will. That's why they're game funds, because I don't want to. There are Five Nights at Freddy's, Alien Isolation, Silent Hill 2. That's what we have at this time. Just, you know, I'm okay with not reminding people to fund these games, I'll be completely honest. Plus, we already have a backlog. When I get back from vacation, I'll be 13 Aegis Ring. Then next week, Shadow of Colossus. After that, will be Bioshock. And seeing that I only do like 1 or 2 game streams a week, it's gonna be a while before we get to these different games. Especially since 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim was like a 40+ hour game. So that's gonna be the game for a few months. Amal should play Metal Gear Rising. I've heard good things about it, so I'm not complaining. Like, I'm not like against it or anything like that. It's just that there's a lot of games. There's a lot of games there to play. Deus Ex would be a fun one. Yeah, I've heard good things about it, so that's probably the one game that I'm not like completely reluctant to play. Don't worry, Amal, you'll love what I'll send when you get back. Oh, Delta Cross, no. Alien Isolation would be my pick. Well, it still needs to be funded, so once it gets funded, then I'll play it. Until then, it's just gonna sit there and wait and gather dust. Then eventually I'll play it. whenever once again it's been funded. Because I'm a whore, and I demand money to play horror games. And it has it's expanded beyond horror games at this point. But regardless, I will not play a horror game without the moolah. Any Souls-like games? Not on the list, but I mean, once again, if you want that, and then, you know, I'm not completely against it. But, there would, if I had my pick, like, of games to play, it would probably be, like, Vampire the Masquerade. I want to play that one. Especially with the vampire campaign happening. Like, Kingdom Come Deliverance, the first one I want to do. I want to play the Red Dead Redemption 2, because I did play the first one. Though I've heard that it's quite politically charged. I mean, the first one has some political stuff in it too, but not as much. I wanna play Morrowind and Oblivion. There's a ton of games that I want to play, because I miss so many games growing up that have been released. So, but then again, I don't mind the game funds either because of the same reason, unless it's a horror game. Because I'm still playing classic games for the most part that a lot of people like. I can't complain. I can't complain. Thank you, Finny Waggett, for the $10 videos. Thank you. For Alien Isolation, and watch the AK video on Bioshock after you play it. Okay, I will note both of those down, because if I don't, I'm not gonna remember the AK video, Bioshock. I guess it depends on how long it is. If it's not very long, then I'll watch it. If it is, probably not gonna happen. I'll be completely honest. Watch. You. Oh, completed. So, how much more than we need? A lot. I'll be honest. Alien Isolation is quite far away from the goal. People have been finding other games instead, which is fine with me. I don't care. Whatever chat wants, I will more or less do to a certain thing. Right now, their recent fixation is Fallout Equestria, which honestly makes me want to die a lot. But is this a recommendation stream? No, it's supposed to be a React Swap stream. I had another video I wanted to watch, but I'm not sure I'm gonna have time before the vampire campaign. It's 6 minutes. Chat, do you think we can get through a 6-minute video in a half an hour? You know what? The sooner we start it, the sooner we'll find out. Let's go! I really don't want to be late for the campaign. I'm kind of scared, I'll be completely honest. But hey, it's only 6 minutes, right? Right? We can get through this in a half hour, right? 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 Right?
Imagine a world so cooked that giving up everything.
It's a woman! I'm not that surprised. I gotta look at this channel. I got distracted by the anime avatar, and the art style. And I looked at the channel, I was like, oh, she kind of seems cool. Apparently she draws all her videos, going on here. And she's got a good art style too. I'm curious. I'm curious how it is. This was just in my recommended page, so it's just like, huh. I want to check this out. So if this is a horrible video, that's on me. But I don't think it is based off the views.
Imagine a world so cooked that giving up everything is actually a more logical career move than getting a degree. In China, there's a Gen Z trend called Bailan. It literally translates to let it rot. And no, it's not a protest with signs and shouting. It's way more relatable than that. It's just not doing anything. Imagine 200,000 people in a group chat collectively agreeing that they just don't want to work today and going back to sleep. They even have a name for this final boss level, which is full-time children. That's when you're 25, living at home, and your parents pay you an allowance just to exist because the job
This is hitting way too close to home. She's just hitting way too close to home. Except my dad's not paying me to exist, right? But fuck. In my 20s, live with my parents. Well, I guess my dad, because I don't know where my mom's at. She went to go buy milk and never came back. Oh man. Okay. Okay. But I mean, okay. I'll let the video continue for a little bit, but we'll see how this goes.
job market outside is scarier than a horror game. And before you say, oh, that's just a China thing, well, look around. You're probably watching this in a dark room at 2 p.m. on a weekday.
Yeah, like it's definitely not China thing. So I brought it up the Hikoko I'm gonna mispronounce this, it's foreign. Hikikomori stuff. Like, or in this case, neat. Alright, we have we have these different terms for the same thing right now in the modern age. There was this one of those like article things came out with like, this study recently revealed blah 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 blah. And one of them was the fact that Gen Z's favorite pastime these days is just bed rotting. Literally just and doom screaming all day. Literally just lay in bed and scroll through your phone, consuming the slop up and not doing anything with your life. And I might also be doing that personally myself too. It's fine. Like, this is, nobody's going outside anymore. Nobody is interacting with each other beyond the screen. You're not going out to eat. You're not going to play, putt or go bowling or watching a movie. You're not doing any of those activities. Drinking is also way down. Personally, I say it's a good thing, but I know it's being replaced by weed, so it's not a good thing. Especially since, well, like, at least drinking is a social activity. Like, it's going across the board that younger generations are just not doing anything with each other or interacting with anyone above them either, because there's no point. Like, everything's online these days, and if you go outside, at least especially in America, you have to deal with diversity and everything falling apart in that case. And it's just easier just to stay at home and not have to worry about that stuff.
Blinds are shut, and you've got 3 half empty water bottles on your nightstand. You're basically a full-time child.
I have 2 water bottles right beside me and a bunch of old glass bottles from my digestive shots that I take that I need to clean before I go on vacation. Yeah. Are we all doing that right now? I mean, I know some people listen to streams while they're at work. That's what I used to do back when I was a functioning human being. But yeah.
You just haven't updated your LinkedIn bio yet. Look, we were told that life was a simple RPG game. Go to school, get the middle class DLC, and profit for a living. But oh boy, the reality is way worse. Gen Z unemployment is peak at 10.5%. We're the most educated generation in history, holding 6-figure debt for degrees that are basically expensive utensils. Applying for...
Oh yeah, because like, for years, my dad has been begging me to go to college. I think he's given up on this at this point. But he was so upset that I didn't go to college. I went for a semester, but that was it. Because like, and I kind of feel bad for him because out of all the kids, I was the only one with a college fund. All the other kids went to college and had to pay for themselves and get student loans and then pay them back and all that fun stuff. Versus me, I mean, I would still have to get student loans as well because there wasn't that much money. But at least there was some money there compared to nothing that my siblings had. But my siblings are all significantly older than I am. And so I just the time period that they went to college was completely different than by the time that I came around and went to college because degrees are useless. There is no point to them. At this point, there's an expensive piece of paper. The amount of people, like, I had multiple jobs when I was in high school, and the amount of people that actually did go to college for degrees, and they weren't gender studies, and they were still working at the gas station. Like one of my managers at the gas station had a degree in like fuck, what was it? Like, I think in management or finance and business. Something along those lines, right? Usually one of those like universally good degrees where you can kind of like use them anywhere. And then she's a manager at the gas station and her like 30s and 40s. And then I go to work at Walmart and you see different people from different degrees there as well. You can't get a job. The job market is completely oversaturated because everyone has a degree, and now you need a bachelor's degree just to get a basic job, and you can't work at like fast food anymore because the wages have gone up because people keep on. Well, one, they're trying to raise minimum wage, which is retarded because it's just only going to raise the prices of the goods, and then they can't pay as many people, so they have to cut back and have skeleton crews. So so then you can't even work at fast food because they're not hiring even though they say they're hiring. And then when they are hiring, it's just a bunch of browns. Because we've imported the third world, so now we're becoming the third world. The H-1Bs are taking a lot of the tech jobs in this sector. There's a reason why Google, Microsoft, and other big companies, Capital One, are all being overrun by Indians. And then you have the blacks all working the government jobs. Then you have white men being actively discriminated against for college degrees in general, and then we keep importing more Chinese students there. It just makes it impossible for anybody to get a job. So what is the point? Why don't you just stay at home and do nothing? Because the only thing you're really stuck doing is just a dead end job that barely pays the bills. You're probably going to get replaced by a brown or AI, which is always Indians, but you know, or AI, right? So you just do nothing. And while China and Japan don't have the problem with the Browns and immigration, they still have similar problems when it comes to degrees and technology taking their jobs too. Hence why you see a lot of these common denominators happening there. No one's having kids. Nobody's actually doing anything with their life. Women also take a lot of jobs and end up being home with the kids. Yes, also that when you double the workforce, they significantly deflate the wages at that point. If you just get rid of women, which most of them are just going into Jew daycare for shitty little office jobs where they're just writing emails and going to useless meetings and chatting and doing stupid stuff instead of actually raising their own kids, well, one, that just, once again, affects the economy because you're adding and paying jobs for useless things, and then you're also not having kids to actually do anything with the booming economy or consuming any actual resources in general. And so you get this weird dead end there. And if it actually is a real job, it should go to a man.
Jobs that require 5 years of experience for an entry-level salary that hasn't moved since the first GTA game came out. And when we
Sorry to pause within 5 seconds again. But that reminds me of like when I was looking for a job years ago, before I quit my office job. It took me much longer than I expected to try to find something for that reason. I know my time as a streamer is limited. Every content creator has a shelf life. I hope by the time my shelf life is over, I'm already married with kids, and that would be the end of it. In that case, right? I can just go to that and be fine. But I am terrified if I hit my 40s, right? And you know I'm a washed up streamer. I already have a few kids, and they're getting older. What am I supposed to do job wise? hell, if like if I come back from vacation and it all crumbles, right? And I had to be, you know, a functioning human being again and get a real job. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna be fucking screwed more than likely. I don't have a degree because it's useless, but every job requires a degree because it's so oversaturated. They have to justify it.
complain, people will say that nobody wants to work anymore. So we started quitting. Not all at once, but in stages. Like a slow motion car crash in business casual. In China, they have the let it rot trend. How about in the land of the free America? Well, we have something called soft saving. It's basically the financial version of let it rot. So instead of killing yourself to save for a house that you'll never afford for retirement, Gen Z is soft saving by spending their money now on things that actually make them feel alive. We've traded the 401k for a 401ok and buying this latte. If the future is a dumpster fire, why not enjoy it now? Some people also do quiet quitting. You sure?
Maybe I'm just not in tune with my fellow Gen Zs, but I never heard of soft saving before. I can kind of understand the mentality, especially since inflation's just getting worse and worse, and we have destroyed the economy over the flu. But at the same time, I can't imagine just willy-nilly spending money for useless things.
Up, you do exactly what's on the paper, and you leave the second the clock hits 5. No hustle energy at all. You're just an NPC that someone forgot to give a quest to. You aren't lazy, you're just performing at a low cortisol level for your own sanity. And then there are the needs. Not in employment, education, or training. Around 4.3 million young
That's me! I don't have education beyond high school, and well, here I am. I'm a streamer. I know, I guess technically I'm gonna be technical. I am self-employed and running a business. Which, I mean, in a way, if I had to justify myself, I am. But let's be honest here. Streaming's a luxury job. All it takes is a one huff and a puff, and you blow the house down and it's over. It's not something that I do take it seriously. I do thoroughly enjoy streaming, but it should be a hobby first and foremost before it turns into a job. In my case, I have gotten lucky thanks to you guys and how generous and nice that you are. And for some reason you like me. I don't know why. But I am very grateful for it because once again, it is a luxury job. But I don't feel like, and that there is a lot of aspects to it that actually make it a real job, that behind the scenes, beyond just the streaming itself. However, it's nothing compared to having to go to Jew daycare or even like construction or plumbing or any of the manual labor jobs. It is 100% a luxury job, and so therefore, I don't really even take myself that seriously. We like you because you're retarded, Amal. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ah, la, 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 la.
young Americans right now are completely out of the system. They're not finding jobs, they're not studying, and they're not certainly planning for the future. They're just out from the system. I realized that the American dream that we're all trying to achieve was for a game that doesn't exist anymore. When the first domino of a career falls, everything will slowly fall too. If you think the trends are happening because people are just lazy, then do me a favor and try open LinkedIn.
I like how she said LinkedIn, but she shows Indeed. Well, I guess it's also LinkedIn as well. Sorry, my bad. But yeah, just go on Indeed, and it's just like, oh, wow, I guess I'm gonna be unemployed forever. Okay.
Entry-level postings are down 35% since 2023, and youth hiring is down 45% compared to 2019. And the ones that do exist, well, AI ate them all. Companies are using AI to replace the exact entry-level
AI, always Indians.
jobs that Gen Z needs just to get started. Young developer employment dropped nearly 20% by September 2025. Heck, even Spotify's own developers are using AI to do the thing that they're supposed to do. And then the hiring process itself became a game nobody asked to play. 75% of resumes get rejected by bots before a human sees them. You're not writing for a person anymore. You're writing for an algorithm named Sarah. And some companies now use AI to conduct the actual interviews, like scanning your face, reading your micro expressions, and scoring your eye contact. You could give the perfect answer and get eliminated because you blinked wrong. If you do manage to survive the boss and land a job, what do you actually win? Well, you win the right to rent everything forever. Housing is bought up by the investment firms. Cars are just way too expensive nowadays. Software and every app that you will have in your phone will be all subscriptions. We are moving toward a world where you own nothing and pay a monthly fee until you die. So what can
I fully expected her to say, "You will own nothing and be happy," and then she didn't. So I'm gonna say it instead. The whole subscription fee literally is the whole "you will own nothing and be happy" that the World Economic Forum is trying to push. They made a video back in 2020, actually 2019, about exactly this. By 2030, part of their 2030 agenda is that everything will be subscription based. Even the pots and pans that you use, will be delivered by a drone, and you would rent that out, and you wouldn't have to worry about cleaning them. You would just, oh, you want to cook? Well, cooking at this point is a luxury because you can just order your food whenever. But if you want to cook, then you would just, go on your app and select the pots and pans that you need. It'd be delivered via drone, and then you would just cook your food there, and then the drone would re-deliver them, and then they'd be washed by whatever robot or brownoid that is actually working the job at that point. And that's their goal. Literally own nothing and be happy. You will eat the bugs and live in the pod. And while we're getting close to the 2030 at this point, we're only, 4 years away. Congratulations. While what hasn't been completely successful in their dystopian, well, I say dystopian, they call it a utopia, view of the world. I don't think we're gonna hit that point by the time 2030 comes. We're already like halfway there because like she says, everything is subscription based. Everything is even less tangible. Nobody goes out to eat anymore. Restaurants are closing left and right. Everyone, you buy everything online, which was already a trend, but even more so now. Malls are dead and just just becoming ghetto. I become uh, I can't speak. Are just ghettos. Malls are just ghettos, right? It's more the brownoids that are on welfare and don't have a job themselves because they're leeching off the taxes of the hardworking Americans that actually do have the real jobs at this point. The lucky few. Congratulations, you have a real job. Well, the government's stealing, a fourth of your paycheck to feed some brown third world just arrived yesterday who's popped out 8 fucking kids. Are you happy?
Can we do? What's the actual move? Do we just rot until this finally crashes? Look, there is no morning routine or cold plunges that fixes a broken global economy. Anyone telling you that is just monetizing your depression. But there is a way to stop being a victim of the glitch. Step 1 is having a 30-day system reset. The rules are commit to 1 hour every single day to learning a skill that the system cannot automate, whether that's a digital craft or a complex language. You set daily challenges to keep yourself productive, like refusing to snooze the alarm. Also set a monthly goal and a distraction penalty for yourself to be more disciplined. Step 2 is
Honestly, those are all good ideas. What she's describing there. Like I need to do that myself. I've been getting back in the reading, so I've been pretty proud of myself about that. But I feel like I need to actually do more. Like I need to actually be useful. Like one thing that I dislike about myself is that I don't know how to knit or sew. The problem is I don't like knitting or sewing. I just don't find it enjoyable, but it's such a useful skill and perfect for old age. There's a reason why all the old ladies would do that kind of stuff. That I know I need to learn it, but I just don't find it enjoyable. So one day, I'll maybe spend an hour and actually do that. Probably not anytime soon, but at least I'm reading, so it's a win, right? Right? uh. Oh, thank you, Kitsune Koibito, for the $10 videos. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This has happened in history many times. Steam shovels eliminate ditch diggers, cars eliminate horse farriers, tech changes job market. Hate to say it, want to beat the AI, learn to make AI. Oh yeah, like, I don't hate AI. I really don't. I'm kind of I'm a little bit clangrophobic as well, right? I hate the blacks, hate the gays, hate women, right? I'm not exactly a fan of the clankers either. But I do recognize AI as just advancements in technology and will change the shape of the future. It's just the thing is, as we do develop even more technology, more and more people will be displaced and not have a job. Because before then, more people would be able to be needed for the different jobs at hand, and now that's why we have Jew daycare. That's why we have so many office jobs that are just kind of useless because we don't know what else to fucking do with them because there's no actual real manual labor needed because all of it's automated at this point or with machinery, different things like that. But it is just the future.
Is
Even
it
if
the
I am
Jews?
personally more of a
Is
Luddite
it the
myself.
Jews? I
Thank
was
you,
just waiting
Finny
on like the
Waggett, for the
Jews.
celebrating your Cube Strongest Soldier for 2 months. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, free super! I didn't know I had. Well, congrats. There you go. And then I will get into the rest of the super chats when we get through the video. We got a minute and 20 seconds left, and I have 10 minutes before I have to end stream. It's fine.
Understanding the rot while you're doing this, you have to realize something. That part of you that wants to stay in bed, that your lazy side is actually a protector. It's trying to keep you under the covers so you don't have to feel the pain of applying for 100 jobs and getting ghosted 100 times. The solution isn't to kill that part of you, it's to acknowledge it, because staying in that place will ultimately kill you nonetheless. When you stop shaming yourself for being tired, you finally stop wasting energy on self-hate and start using it for momentum. Step 3 is building your own future. Look, the real winners in this glitchy economy are the ones brave enough to build their own lanes from scratch. And no, this isn't just about starting a business to make a quick buck. It's about deep passion and real-world value. Look for a problem in the world that actually keeps you up at night and decide to be the ones who solves it. Whether you want to be a creator or make a business, do something that you are actually passionate about. Look, the system may feel like it failed you, but it's not your fault. You are still the one holding the controller. Now, get out of bed not for a company that will replace you with a bot to save 5 cents, but get out of bed because the new world needs people who are awake enough to build it. The world right now may seem like it's rigged, but you're still in the game. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye!
Honestly, good little motivation there at the end, because I completely agree. I do repeatedly say, even though I do black pill quite a lot, I'm hypocritical, I don't do this myself, is the best thing to do is just focus on yourself first and foremost. Go to the gym, eat healthier, learn a skill like she said, and prove yourself, and then reach out to your friends and family and your community and do stuff there as best as possible. And that's because that's the only thing you do have control. You don't have control over the Iran war. You don't have control over the Somalians in Minnesota. Uh, there. So I guess you could, protest them if possible, but not like that's really going to do much of anything, right? If anything, you're putting yourself at risk because of the Antifa and ICE watchers that are going to be trying to beat your ass or run you over, depending on their method. But you can focus on yourself and improve your life as best as possible in small little ways. Like, I know somebody mentioned that like reading's not actually a skill, it's a hobby, and I know it's not actually a skill to read. But there, as long as you're not reading smut books, you can actually gain a lot of knowledge from reading. Well, obviously, if it's nonfiction or philosophy, but even if you go back to classic fiction, one thing that's really prominent nowadays is the dumbing down of the English language, and I have been completely affected of it. Full stop, I have been completely affected by the dumbing down of the English language. I used to be so much more eloquent back in high school when I read a lot more and wrote a lot more papers and discussed various things because of it. But then I got out of high school and just became another, ant in the factory, and I've definitely lost a lot of my eloquency because I just forgotten different words because you just don't use them. You don't use them in work. You don't use it on the internet. Ebonics is the language of the internet. I'm not writing anything because I'm not a writer, and I'm not making papers about different history that's happening or any reports about anything like that. I'm not reading because I'm playing video games and doom scrolling. And so you just lose that. So reading still, once again, as long as it's not booking farm, is still something that I feel like, even though it's not a skill, it's a hobby. In the modern age, I do feel like it is still something that you can do to improve yourself, just so you can slowly stop the deterioration of your mind by the slappa, by the doom scrolling, and by the, the bed rotting, everything like that. Well, I guess reading is bed rotting, but healthy. Reading is just healthy bed rotting in that case. But ideally, you're learning something, or you're going on a wild adventure, like the Count of Monte Cristo. Fucking best fiction book I ever fucking read. Okay, by far my favorite book ever is The Count of Monte Cristo. 10 out of 10 recommend reading. Oh, and The Three Musketeers too. Alexander Dumas is amazing in general. Oh, so I think it's worthwhile. Hmm. Read on a treadmill. I haven't tried that, but it's probably possible seeing that I usually answer DMs and do various other things while I'm on the treadmill myself. Your brain being wasted isn't as bad as your eggs. No! You're not wrong, but still. Still. Thank you, Anime Acumen, for celebrating your Diddy Blood for 2 months. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Free Raw IC, yeah. Yeah, well, welcome to the Amalgamation Retard Station. We rot on a daily fucking basis here. uh, and thank you, Huge Not Werewolf Grotsky, for the $5 dues. There are two brown women obnoxiously filming TikToks on the bus across from me. Only you playing FNAF can fix the sorrow this caused me. You know what? Grotsky being in pain? I don't know. That's quite enjoyable to me personally. Well, of course, they're brown women filming TikToks. Are they Indian like you, Grotsky, or are they some other mystery meat at this time? I'm kind of curious though. It depends on your level of racism if you can figure that out. Well, welcome to 2026. Are you happy with your diversity and how beneficial it is? Do you feel your culture is being enriched, Grotsky? You being a status is kind of hot. Oh, I'd ban this man! Amal wanted children, but she compromised and got a cat at 40. Listen. Listen. Fucking Arch! Never relax. Like the stream for Amal's friendly fire. Yeah, never relax when around Amal. They're both mystery meat. I can't tell. Oh, hot damn. Hot damn. Ban who? Grotsky. He's being Grotsky, okay? Like, he's disgusting. Oh my god, they actually banned Grotsky. You know what? He deserved it. He deserved it for his gay ways. Amal got a little dog. Yeah, I like my puppy so much. I love my puppy. He's amazing. He's the best little boy in the whole entire world. And I would do anything for him. And yes, he is my son. And I am proud of it. Okay? Okay? I want real kids too, but for now, my puppy and I are happily together. Not in that way. Fuck, that's not what I meant. Fuck. Anyways, fuck. Here be your $5 dues because I can. Also, that's 10 out of 10. Chat, have you tried the Big Arch? Thank you, Anime Acumen, for the $5 dues. Thank you. I have not tried the Big Arch. I will not be trying the Big Arch because fuck Arch. Also, thank you, YouTube bros, for hitting the goal. Thank you. Right before stream's ending. Thank you so much. Thank you, Anime Acumen. Oh my god, for the 5 gifted memberships as well. Oh, great. So, when I get back from vacation, I'll be doing a members only stream because I do them once a month. So now, if you have you been gifted a membership? If you're Yakub Strongest Soldier, then you can take part of the members only. I will be get back sometime. Don't know exactly when, but before the end of the month, I promise. I probably shouldn't promise just because in case the world dies or something like that. But I like that's the plan. That's the plan. Bye, Mom. I'll take care today. And do you, chat? Well, good night. Have a good night. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay, chat. So, I'm sorry to really rush the end of stream. Especially since it's the last stream before I go on vacation. Which I will be back on 25th. 25th of that Wednesday. I'll be back and streaming again. And all my wonderful glory. If there is any. But for now, chat, I'm going to be sending you over to Arch's channel because in 15 minutes, we'll be starting the second episode of the vampire campaign where we are Nazi vampires, and I'm going to be your local cat girl. I will try the raid on Kick. I'm not sure if it's possible because he's not live. I haven't tried this before, but I'll try it. I'll try it this time, and hopefully it works. If it doesn't work, then Kick Bros over the Kirsha. But we'll see. We will see. Thank you everybody for all your subby bubbies, donuts, and vigorous spankings. You guys have been very, very nice today. I hope you enjoyed today's React Slappa and the videos that will come out of it while I'm gone. I will miss you guys in a very non-homoerotic and but you know what, kind of gay way, let's be honest, kind of gay way. And I will see you guys on the 25th. Good night, chat. Good night. Why? Why? Why?
I mean, hey, if Pac-Man affected us as kids, we'd all be munching magic pills and listening to repetitive electronic music, am I right?